Hello, podlings! Welcome to this week's episode of JuPodRe. You'll notice that we are back to remote recordings, and we are sorry about that, but we are still glad to bring you just as much entertainment as every week. This time, we go back. Not just a couple episodes or even a couple of seasons, but talk way back to what we remember being cool in our childhood and discussing whether it would still be cool today. So, even though it is remote, we hope that you guys enjoy this week's episode of JuPodRe. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of JuPodRe, the conversational podcast with absolutely no roadmap. I am Juhadre.
I'm Alvatross 17.
And I'm Blien.
Hey, guys.
And welcome back to Virtual. Oh, man, it's been there.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I didn't want to do this.
I don't think any of us did, but Utah had a statewide mandate that unless you're with your house, like the people in your household, you can't really be gathering. And so we, as a podcast collective, decided that this is going to be the best way moving forward. As unfortunate as it is, and as much as we prefer to be live, just like there's nothing we can do at this point.
Unfortunately, you are correct. So it's going to be this way till COVID calms down. We got to be safe. Blien just had a scare. Huh, Blien?
Yeah, I wasn't really scared, but that's just me. I respect everybody else's opinions, but I have mine.
So Albatross, when you said had a scare, quote unquote, all I could think of was when people talk about having a pregnancy scare.
Oh,
and I was like,
if Blien had a pregnancy scare, I'd probably be like, congratulations. Why haven't we met her? Blien, is there something you're not telling us?
Nope.
No, but I mean,
if there was, would I tell you?
He has a good point.
No, that you had a girlfriend.
Well, either way, but he said if there was something he wasn't telling us, would he tell us that there was something he wasn't telling us?
Yeah, I wouldn't tell you.
Exactly. I respect that.
Yeah. Well, how's everybody's week been? It's been a while. I haven't spoken to Blien in a while because he's been in quarantine.
Kind of.
I'm not sure exactly how to take
I've been going to work. I've been going to work and stuff because that's everybody was exposed, and
so might as well still go. No, you guys are all exposed. It doesn't matter if you come in.
So the whole team got exposed simultaneously from the same source. So there's no reason to not go to work. I think that's hilarious.
They should have quarantined them at work.
Well, yeah, that's true. Oh gosh. Yeah. So I was thinking and talking with my wife, and we were talking about old movies that we think were really cool when we were kids and are worth picking up and watching again. And I want to know if either of you two have seen this particular movie.
Yes.
I really don't think so, but what I was going to say is I'm willing to bet money that neither of you have seen this, but I have also been wrong before, so here we go. It is called Happily Ever After, and it is the continuation of the Snow White story.
Yes, I've seen it.
You saw that one?
Yeah. Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
I don't remember the actress's name, but it's kind of like a Cinderella story. You're correct. I saw it many years ago with my mom. Hated it. Early movie. Chick flick.
Okay. Can you, just to make sure that we're talking the same movie, can you describe anything else about it? Plot points or things you remember?
Her father gets married in the beginning to a bitch.
Then we're not talking the same movie.
Hold on. We're talking about... Name it again?
Happily Ever After.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of Ever After.
Because this is a cartoon. This one, it's a cartoon.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Ever After, which is literally, it's called Ever After, a Cinderella story.
Okay, so different princesses, but similar name. Okay, I like it.
This one was from 1998. It's a 2-hour and 1-minute movie that my mother made me watch with Drew Barrymore.
Aha, there you go.
Yeah, so that's the one I was thinking of when you said that, but that makes sense. Ever After, Happily Ever After.
Yeah, I can see where the confusion came in.
Especially since you also say a Cinderella story. We're only one word off. Yeah.
I
It's a
didn't say
Cinderella
that. I said
continuation.
Snow White, not Cinderella.
Oh, you said Snow White.
Yeah.
Oh my
I said
gosh,
Snow
you're
White.
right.
Yeah.
I am so wrong. Completely
So-
different.
I have a feeling that I have seen parts of it. My sisters were very into movies like this,
So you looked it up.
but I
just
was
now?
like, nope, not watching it. So I probably
said
seen
Happily
bits
Ever
and
After, right?
pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Blien, you looked it up.
yeah.
So my
I-
closest cousin is a girl, as is my older sister, and the cousin from the same family, her age. And so I just, until I was about 7 or ish, like we just kind of did the same things because we were hanging out. And so this movie was a really big part of my childhood, watching Snow White after she gets saved by the prince, going to invite the dwarves to her wedding, and then the chaos that ensues afterward. And my wife has never seen it, and we were super excited to watch it together as adults. And
Yeah, you know what? I've looked it up. I have not seen this.
okay, so
Yeah.
what movies do you guys remember from childhood that probably aren't good, but you still want to watch again just to see if they are?
I tried that with bananas and pajamas, dude.
No. You
It was-
know that's not good.
No. I
It's
watched
not
it
even
as a
a
kid.
question.
Hold on. I watched it as a kid, and then I was like, "What?" So because I have a kid, I
Uh-huh.
went to rewatch it to see if I was like, "Okay, is this something I'm going to approve as an adult now?" No.
I am so happy with
I'm
that.
I'm like, as an adult now, I'm like, "What the hell? Like, why?" So, Blien, I'm on your side, but I was saying, like, I retried that, and absolutely not.
Oh, that's amazing. What about you, Blien?
Have you guys seen the movie The Kid in King Arthur's Court?
I heard about it.
It sounds familiar, but I don't think I
Yeah.
did. No.
That
I forgot-
one, teenager drops through a portal inside of a dugout and goes back in time to King Arthur's court. And I remember he built some modern things like rollerblades to get around faster, and the princess falls in love with him or something like that. And it was just really weird. I want to see if it's good still.
Okay.
Okay. One that I recently watched. We did name it a few episodes back, but A Knight's Tale.
Oh, yeah. With
I
Heath
watch
Ledger.
that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still good, but it's something that came out in our childhood. What was that, like in the 90s?
No, that one was at least early
Is it older?
2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Late, maybe late 90s, but I think it was early 2000s.
I'm pretty sure it's mid 2000, like 2004 or 6.
2001.
Dang it! Ugh. It seems
2001.
it seemed newer to me than that.
But I mean, that's good. I mean, let's see. I was in 3rd grade in 2000. I remember because some weird kid was like, "I bet we're all going to walk like robots at the new millennium." Guess what? We didn't. No. Because at that point, we were all supposed to, our teacher was like, "What do you think's going to happen after the year 2000? One kid was like, "We're going to walk like robots."
Well, to be fair, like all of the computers were going to fail, so there's some kind of technological Armageddon was predicted from all sides.
Yeah.
And as a third grader, I mean, there are worse ideas.
Yeah, I don't even remember what my idea was.
Hmm.
I don't remember.
Let's see, that was 2000 was before my family moved to Riverton. So I was still in the complete bliss of my life where literally nothing else existed except for hanging out
You're
with friends.
still in complete bliss.
Not complete. There are many more
No.
things that have woken me.
Blien shook his head yes. I saw it.
Fine.
Okay, maybe not complete, like 90%.
I'd go 80. I'd go 80. I've experienced a few things this year that changed it.
Oh my gosh, haven't we all?
Right. So
Yep.
then let me throw this out there. Do either of you remember Spaceballs?
I remember Spaceballs.
My Schwartz is bigger than your Schwartz.
Do you remember Star Kid?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, Star Kid.
With
I remember-
the
I remember
Is that the one where the kid gets abducted by an
No.
alien and then comes back? They can't do time travel because his body is too frail.
no,
this
I
is
think
the
it's-
one where
he gets a
some
suit.
alien race, but which is weird because like the suit is the alien race.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
sun or something like that. But he gets like this cool suit. Like I remember when like the alien when he's wearing the armor like takes a bite of the burger and then spins it up and puts it like in ball form and he's like, yeah, that's so gross.
That alien, the suit alien, has
Uh-huh.
a rival, and it's like a big brown furry cockroach looking thing who like pulls weapons out of his flesh or
Ugh.
whatever he is. It's just
I don't
uber
remember that,
creepy.
but
Yeah, I thought that movie was amazing.
I want to rewatch that. Okay, I know this one isn't from our childhood, but as we spoke earlier, Juhadre. I am number 4.
yes.
So I liked that
Yeah.
movie, but the way they left it off, I was hoping that they were going to come out with like I am number 5.
Oh shoot! So, 2 things on that real quick. The first one
Okay.
is I totally forgot to ask my parents where their copy of that was. I was at their home on Sunday, and then I even went there yesterday to pick up something else, and it completely slipped my mind. So I'm sorry.
Damn. It's all
Um,
good. I forgive you.
as for going on to number 5, if I remember right, there are only 4, so it would need to backtrack to 3, 2, and 1. But
Well,
no, there's more than 4. There's like, I wanted to say 16 or 18 or something like that.
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
I just want to rewatch it.
But
I really do.
the author wrote this book starting with number 4 because that's the main character.
Dude, I thought that was a really good movie. But I felt like there should have been another movie. Same with
Read the book.
Dracula Untold. There should have been another one.
yeah, but let's be grateful for some of the instances where there were supposed to be, whether realistically or not, other
Mhm.
movies, and there weren't, like Aragon. We're
Alright.
already we're already back to the movies that we talked
Okay.
about earlier this
Yeah, okay,
this
okay. Well,
season.
going back to what we were talking about then, with movies that are really old but still really good,
Mhm.
Independence Day.
You know what? I
Yes.
haven't seen that one since I was a kid. I don't think I was even 10 the last time I saw that one.
I actually liked it. I like the second one too, Independence Day Resurgence.
Mhm.
Yes.
That was good too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was
So
sad
see-
that they couldn't afford to put Will Smith in it, but he's expensive now. That's what happens when you wait 20 years.
Yeah. That is true. Let's see.
So the movie I was talking about that I thought you were talking about is called Flight of the Navigator.
Oh,
It's a
I know that.
1986 movie.
The name sounds familiar. I've heard the name, but I don't think I ever saw the movie.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
I don't remember
Ferris
much about it.
Bueller's Day Off.
There
Oh,
we
such a
go.
good movie.
We just talked about that today at work.
Oh, you did? I must
Yeah.
have missed that part of the conversation.
Maybe it was right after we were talking about Borat. We talked about Borat.
Yeah,
then-
I went into the other room to do my training.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Did you see the
There
new
are
Borat movie?
Mm-mm.
Blien?
No,
It-
no.
It's horribly good. Horrible.
So
Horrible.
as far as Ferris Bueller's Day Off, if you watch that movie and you pay attention, there are so many plot holes
Well,
and what are I don't want to say non sequitur, but that's what's stuck in my head. Like at the end of the movie, it's already way past 7 or 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
for what just happened, and then it ends with the prince walking home, and he gets picked up by a bus. Bus is going home at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
So
did either go ahead?
I was gonna shift away from this, kind of augment into something else. So do you have something related to what we were just talking about before I do?
I was gonna say, did you guys see the original cartoon movie of The Hobbit?
Yes, yes,
I've always
I did.
wanted to.
Yes,
You've
I
never
did.
seen it?
No.
It's good. It's really good. We'll have to do that once we're able to join back together.
So let me ask you this then: did you see that movie, along with the Return of the King from that same era, were done by the same animators? They did a lot of other movies too, and there's one I can never remember what it's called, and I can't remember almost anything about it, but it was all about dragons and this guy who was like playing a D&D game who got transformed into an actual dragon and was like inside the game until something, he had to fulfill some quest and then he popped back out. Do either of you recall this?
It just sounds like Page Master and Jumanji.
Yeah, it really does. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it was just like I was saying about that Snow White movie, that Happily Ever After. This particular movie was a really big part of my childhood, and I would watch it like every other day, but for some reason I can't remember anything about it.
I don't remember the name of it. See, I don't think I saw the Return of the King cartoon version either. I just saw The Hobbit. Yeah, I might have, but that was so long ago.
It was a really long time. So what else from the days gone by do you guys remember that we think are or should be okay and cool? One thing I brought up,
Looney Tune.
okay, now there, right there, Albatross, you nailed it.
Dude, original Looney Tunes. Back when all they had to do was say a sign that was, they didn't have to like put a giant disclaimer. It was just, don't try this at home, kids.
Half the time they didn't even do that.
We just weren't stupid.
It was the Roadrunner and Coyote was our favorite growing up. We could watch Roadrunner and Coyote for hours and hours without stopping.
Tom and Jerry.
Very
Tom and
good.
Jerry.
Mine was Tom and Jerry. I was a big Tom and Jerry fan.
I think
Pinky and the
we're moving away from the Warner Brothers, or Looney Tunes
No,
rather.
Pinky and the Brain's part of that.
It wasn't Looney
Yeah.
Tunes though.
No, it's not Looney Tunes.
Yeah, but
yeah.
neither was the Tom and Jerry. They were MGM.
At first they were, and then Boomerang got a hold of them.
Okay, so if we're talking Boomerang, that's more than just Looney Tunes as well.
But that's for old retro cartoons.
Old
which I
retro
feel are better.
cartoons, yes, old retro cartoons, but that doesn't mean they were Looney Tunes.
No, Looney Tunes was its own thing.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
was.
So we're on the same page now. It was that with the Tom and Jerry and the Pinky and the Brain. Notice all three of the shows we mentioned are based on two characters.
Yeah.
Complete
You mean
random.
2 characters per scene?
No, just per show. Like it was Roadrunner and Coyote for me, and then it was Tom and Jerry for you, and then Pinky and the Brain for
Okay.
for Blien. that was really weird. I don't know.
I saw it.
I don't know why that happened. I call you
Okay.
Blien to your face more than I call you your real name.
I do the same thing.
Oh,
Did
that
either
was
of
weird.
you get into Animaniacs?
I did. Yeah, that's where
I did.
That's where
It's
Pinky and the
so
Brain was.
annoying. I tried watching them again. They are so annoying. I don't know
Yes,
how
they
I
are.
did it. And I
Yeah.
don't know how my mom didn't come slap me upside the head and turn off the TV.
I don't know. But you were saying Juhadre.
So we're all mixing up the names again this week. That's okay.
No, I've got the giant word JuPodRe right
Yeah.
here. and it's right next to your name.
Ah.
I mean right next to where you're at, because your video's on the right.
Okay.
So I can see it in my peripheral, and it
So, do you guys remember the commercials for Surge?
Yes.
the drink? Surge
Yeah.
the drink.
Yeah, Surge the drink.
Wasn't it like the energy drink version of Mountain Dew?
Yes, it was.
Okay, because that was originally Surge, and then it turned into Amp.
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, I'm gonna back off that one. before somebody comments, you idiot.
No, comment. We want to hear from you.
What I do remember is those were some of the coolest commercials I ever saw, because it was like, I still remember this one. It's all these people just like sweating and shoving each other gently, you know, trying to get on the starting line in this dirt mud hill with wood and garbage and stacks of stuff in the way. And you can tell that the point is to get up the mountain the fastest. And one guy just gets this drink and goes, and it squeezes out, and he yells, "Surge!" And right as he yells it, everyone just starts literally surging up the mountain to be the first one to grab the drink.
Okay, that sounds familiar, but the one that I'm thinking of the most right now, since you brought up that commercial from our childhood, is the stupid Juicy Fruit commercial where she's standing in like the middle of the desert and she's got the stupid car door, and she's holding a car door. She rolls the window up, or maybe she's at high school. I don't remember, but she's like somewhere, and they're like, "Can I have a piece of gum?" And she just rolls up her window, and they're like, "Juicy Fruit."
That sounds vaguely familiar.
I don't remember that one.
Juicy Fruit had the weirdest commercials.
Yeah.
I think gum in general had a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah, because you also had the Hubba Bubba Double Bubble.
I am very impressed right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure and put a crowd cheer sound right after you say that, because that was quite impressive.
The Hubba Bubba Double Bubble?
Yeah, but you said it faster the first time.
I have
Still
always said
impressive.
the Hubba Bubba Double Bubble.
There we go.
It's just... But yeah, we weren't allowed to have that because my brother once my mom didn't know that it was tape gum, so you just took a little bit and then you cut it. He took the whole thing, shoved it in his mouth, and he's just like right before dinner, he's like, he's got it all over his face, he's got it around his neck. That was the day my mom banned gum in the house.
Of gum entirely?
Yeah, my parents were, if my one kid did something, everybody got punished for it. Yeah, but that was hilarious because my sister used to get the same kind of gum, and I would run into her room. I'd just take a bite out of it and just stick it, and then I'd close it, and then I'd hear, "Ah!" Do you guys remember the Band-Aid gum from the 90s too?
That I do. It came in that little tin, and when you opened it, you pulled a Band-Aid out, but it was just a stick of gum.
Yep. I remember
Gosh.
Band-Aid gum too. Blien?
Band-Aid gum?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What about the zebra?
What about the zebra?
Zebra gum. It was
Zebra gum.
Yeah, it was the
You
same
can
era
still
as
get
that. What?
You can still get zebra gum.
Yeah, but it was really big and new the same time that the Band-Aid and the bubble tape was around.
Oh, and also you had the baseball card gum.
That, yes.
Yeah.
Came in a chewing pouch.
Yep. Your parents were like, "It's inappropriate." And I was like, "How's inappropriate?" Yep.
Oh man. Well, thanks for running down memory lane with me a little bit, guys. I enjoyed that. It was all sparked by that one movie, but I like seeing what other people remember. And one more thing from me, at least. I don't know if you guys have one more thing after this, but Pogs.
Oh man, I used to get Pogs all the time. There is a place right up the road from my apartment complex from where me and my mom and little brother lived, and it was called Randall's Market, and you could get Pogs. You could get 5 for $1.
Nice.
And he had a little case for him too, so you just fill it up really quick. It was fill a pod for fill a tube for $5.
Yeah,
Pogs.
I don't even remember how that game was supposed to be played. All I knew was you slammed it down on the stack, and whatever fell off, you got to keep. Like that's all I can remember.
Like that.
I just collected them. I didn't know there was an actual game. Okay, last thing then. Speaking of this, did you know that this is from what my wife says, I haven't actually verified it. So DMAC, you have a job. That if so Uno, very old game. If somebody lays down a wild card, let's say like a wild draw 4, let's say we're playing, Juhadre goes, draw 4. I can challenge you to that. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
I never knew that.
So, and here's the extension of that rule. You can only challenge a draw 4 wild And you then get to look at their hand. And if they have a color that they could have played, they then draw the 4 and it's your turn.
Yep. And if they can play, then you have to draw 4 plus 2.
Correct.
I didn't know that rule.
Neither did I.
Yes, that is
Want
a
to play
rule.
some Uno?
No.
I learned that on my mission because I was going to play Uno with a family we were teaching and they didn't know. So I decided to read the instructions to them in Spanish. And I was like, wait a minute.
I wonder how many games, if we went back, we could find that our adult parents decided to take a rule out because they're like, screw this.
Well, it's probably the same way we got the add-on rule. Do you guys know the add-on rule for Uno? Where if I play a draw 2, but you have a draw 2 in your hand, Alvatross, you can play it and Blien will then have to draw 4. Or if he has one in his hand, he can play it and then I have to draw 6.
See, I've only heard the rule of if, let's say I do draw 2 and technically it's Blien's turn, he can add on to it, but nobody else can.
Well, right. It's in order. It's in turn order, but...
Is that not a rule?
No.
Oh,
Technically, no.
wow. Oh. Mind blown. Wow. Back to the day. Okay. Well, we're going to end it on that note.
Today's episode is brought to you by Virtual Performance. Via the internet, they provide personal fitness training, meal planning, and coaching.
Which is important for staying healthy. Virtual Performance will not only help develop your physical strength and endurance, but also your mental fortitude. This will improve your life and your gaming skills.
Even the professional gamers have training regimens. That means the rest of us need one too if we're going to get as good as they are. So, find Virtual Performance online at trainingvp.com, on social media at TheTrainingVP on both Twitter and Instagram, or send them an email, info@trainingvp.com.
So, welcome to the What the F segment of JuPodRe.
Yeah.
Not Juhadre. JuPodRe. Okay. Last week we had 4 nominations. Those were Pissed, GPU Wars, Self Juhadre Number Something, and What the F Blien. So, who do you think won?
I don't know. I think Pissed, because that what a funny story where your kid just peed himself.
I'm really hoping What the F Blien got it, because that was really...
That was my
Okay.
second
So,
choice.
This is the first time that this has actually happened. So I didn't get any comments. I honestly am weirded out because normally I get a few comments here and there with somebody's vote. I didn't get any of those this week. We only got 3 votes this week, but the only one that didn't get voted for is GPU Wars. So everything's at 33%.
Man.
So the 3 of us won. So
wow.
So here's what I want to do. Okay. So we're gonna do rock, paper, scissors.
Oh boy.
Okay? But put your hand below the camera and you're just gonna raise it up with one of the symbols, and the loser has to go first.
Okay.
Okay,
right, here we
Blien,
go.
are you frozen?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, so on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait.
That's scissors.
Yeah, I got scissors. Okay, so
So it's between
Blien
you
won
and
that
me
one.
now.
Okay, Blien, count us off.
1, 2.
Oh. Okay, ready?
Okay, ready?
Count it.
1, 2, 3.
Dang it! Dang it!
Okay, so that means
That means I get to go first.
Audrey has to go first.
All right. My wife and I had a heck of a week last week, and we decided Friday night that we were going to go out. So
Okay.
we got some stuff and we went to a hotel for the night. It was just it. That was our plan. And we had some errands to run the next day. And one of the things we did is we went downtown to one of our favorite restaurants. It's called Bruges. It's a
Good restaurant.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's a
Authentic Belgian waffle.
Yes, exactly. And when we went to Belgium, we really liked those waffles. So we went there to get some food. And it's in the middle of downtown Salt Lake City. And you guys know there are one-way roads and big medians separating, so you can only turn right in a lot of places.
Correct.
And directly in front of this restaurant is a right turn only. There's a median, and it's not just a median. We're talking like a 10 to 15 foot wide median, because there's middle of the street parking.
Yeah.
Where it's here, and then you can park your cars diagonally in the center. So it's turn right only. While we were waiting for our food, I watched someone turn left. And they went over the median, across the road, and then just drove off.
What kind of car was it?
It was a crossover SUV, something like that. I was just laughing too hard. What the F, man? Like, if it's just a right turn only, but there's no median, fine, whatever. I can see you doing that. I won't do it myself, but like I can understand it. But there was a 15-foot wide median.
Can I confess?
Go for it.
Do you remember when I used to own my Jeep?
I do.
If there was nobody coming along the other side, I used to do that too.
What the F, Albatross?
What? I didn't want to go around.
I've wanted to do stuff like that. Like one time I was going over to your house, Juhadre, and there was a giant accident. And I'm like, I wish I had a truck or something that I could go down between and turn around, but I'm stuck in this traffic because I have a sedan.
Okay, quick story about that to add on to your story, Juhadre. I was going to a buddy's house, and so his driveway was literally like 20 feet from where this construction cone was. They're not doing any construction at all. There's not even a machine. It's just a cone out. The big round ones that you normally see on the highway.
Yeah.
So I drove up onto the concrete sidewalk, going around it, and then I parked in my buddy's parking lot. I was there for probably an hour, and then I left and I turned right to get out of the parking lot, because if you turn left, you actually can't turn left there. But so I had to turn right, but it went away from the construction that wasn't actually being constructed. I got pulled over up on the hill, which is probably 100 feet from there, and the cop was like, "So you're driving on city property, huh?" And I'm like, "You're shitting me?" Like, he waited for me to leave my buddy's house so he could pull me over, but I was there for an hour.
Oh,
he waited
my
an
gosh.
hour. And that's not the worst part. I got pulled over on a suspended license that I didn't know was suspended, and he let me go with a warning.
Woo! Well, that's good news.
But yeah, so that's just what that story reminded me of. But what do you want to call that?
Oh, I'm going to turn left. Or
I'm going to turn left.
Oh, I'm a turn left. That, something sassy like that to really embody what a ridiculous move that was.
Sorry, I muted myself so you could not hear my
Clickety-clack.
clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
All right, so because I went first, does that mean I choose who's next? Or are we doing...
That's not how I meant it. Do you want me to do it this way?
It's more of a comma instead of a question mark, but we can sort that afterward.
I didn't mean the question mark, but we can sort that later. Okay.
Yeah, so let's do it this way. Because I lost, I went first, and then Albatross, you got second place, so why don't you go next?
Okay, so unfortunately, because of the new mandates in Utah and trying to social distance, why did I just get the hiccups? That was horrible. Okay, so mine is going to be a kind of a coronavirus story. I apologize, but I'm going to take it in a different direction. Okay, you all know what the gay buffer rule is, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to state this for our listeners. I'm not saying a gay buffer as in gays are bad. That's not what I'm saying. It's just a bathroom rule. Okay, so at work, the front bathroom, you know how when you walk in, you go past the small urinal, higher up urinal, and then the two stalls. Well, somebody was in the far stall closest to the shower.
Okay.
I can actually use the name on here. It was Cyclops. I will only explain this story to anybody who comments to me about it. I will tell you and explain to you why we call this person Cyclops. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
When I'm done
Okay.
laughing, you can continue your story.
Okay, so there are 3 sinks in this bathroom. 2 urinals, 2 stalls, 3 sinks. So I'm done going to the bathroom. I went to the first sink on the very right because that was the closest to where I was done. He being in the very left, so if you're facing the stalls, you know, he's on the furthest side of the bathroom from me, but he walks out of the stall, not the big deal, and goes to the middle sink right next to me. I'm like, 1, social distancing. What the crap? You know, what the F? 2, gay buffer rule. You literally had to walk farther to that sink, and you passed the closest sink. I'm like, why? Just go to your sink.
And
I didn't mean to hit my microphone.
let me just say this. There are unwritten rules about bathroom etiquette. One of them is if the 2 urinals get the far right sink.
Oh, you know what it was? His
What?
right eye's the bad eye. He probably couldn't see me. Oh man. I'm done. I'm done with the jokes because I'm not looking down upon this person at all. That's just how I'm going to identify him. But seriously, gay buffer rule. Go to the left sink. You don't need to go to the center sink. I'm already at the right sink.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy right now. Oh. What are you going to call that one, Albatross? Oh my gosh.
Blien, I don't even know what to call that.
Oh.
Gay buffer rule?
No, that'll turn people off.
Okay.
Unsynced.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. The right eye comment just about killed me.
Well, I know he knew I was there because he could see me. You know, for realsies, you can see me. But yeah, told him it's a middle sink. Didn't be like, oh, I'm going to use the left sink to social distance. And why am I just going to get really close and personal with this guy at the sink? No. Oh my gosh.
All right. Let's hear it, Blien.
So, I still haven't gotten my actual driver's license with my motorcycle license stamp on it. I've been driving on the learner's permit.
Okay.
I didn't realize that it expired on the date on it. I thought it expired at the end of the month because that's how a lot of the government and other places
Did you
do
get
things.
pulled over?
I did not.
Oh, damn it.
Whew, what? We just had opposite reactions to that.
So I call up the DMV day of that it expires, and I explain this to them, and they said, you actually need to call the place that you got your permit at so that they can extend it. So they transferred me over, and it didn't work. So
Wait, hold on. Did they transfer to the lady at the desk next to her? Yeah, because you have to call the place you get the permit. Yeah, that's called the DMV, lady.
Yeah. So
I'm done.
Eventually, I look up the correct number, call that number, and I start talking to the operator.
Mhm.
And she says, okay, give me your information. Okay. And then she's like, okay, there's a line. They will call you when they get to your ticket. Like, you really just need to click a button right now. You're practically there. You have my license pulled up. You have my name. Just press the button and send it out. No. Apparently I had to wait. So I wait a day, a full 24 hours, no call received. It is now Friday after work. I'm back. They tell me they're going to put me in the list again. I'm just like, this is so frustrating. I've already been driving on a expired license. And she's like, there's nothing I can do. You have to wait until your name comes up. I'm like, so
but my name's on your screen.
So finally, Monday comes. I'm at work. I get the call. I excuse myself to go take the call outside of the shop where it's quiet. And she says my first name. And she says, were you the one who wants to extend your license? And I said, yes. And then she's like, that'll be shipped out. You'll receive it in the next 3 days.
The next 3
Hung up the phone. 3 days.
Okay.
Hung up the phone. You didn't verify my driver's license. You didn't verify my phone number. You only verified my first name. I didn't give you the additional information other than confirming what I already wanted you to do. Why did I have to be put in queue for 2 days?
You know, Blien,
Please.
this is the second DMV fail for you, because at first it was the getting and taking your motorcycle test. You had a very similar thing.
Yeah, because somebody told them you had to call to get in line, and then they said, no, just come in and get in line.
Holy cow.
That's funny. You're on my page. Just click update.
I don't remember what we called the last one, but I really want this one to be called Department of Mounting Violence.
Sure. That's better than what I came up with.
What did you have?
What did you come up with?
Just click the button.
I think that one applies too. As the approver.
I kind of like that one. Blien, you're the approver.
Just click the button.
Good stuff. Man, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I have a DMV story too, but I won't bore you guys here. Maybe we can have an episode about that. But would that be cliche? Complaining about the... Yeah?
I never have a problem with the DMV.
Yeah, of course you don't. Of course you don't. All right.
I prepare for the worst, so I make sure I have everything I need.
I wish that worked. But give us a quick run back of our nominations this week.
So our 3 nominations this week are, I'm gonna turn left, Unsynced, and Click the Button.
So that poll will go up after this episode airs. Please vote on that Twitter link, or you can click slinkleak.app to find all of our social media and send any of us a direct message, an email at JuPodRePod@outlook.com, or comment right on the YouTube video. Any way you can get us your vote, go ahead and send it in.
Or comment. Just comment. I love it. It pisses my wife off when I'm in bed, not going to sleep. And she goes, put the phone down. I'm like, no.
Today's What the F moment was brought to you by Soesic Clothing. Soesic Clothing provides shirts, hoodies, hats, accessories, and even game codes. Cheaper than you can find them elsewhere at times. You can even customize the clothing with your gamer tag if you so desire. And the best part is, you can use code JuPodRe to get 15% off. That's right, 15% off. Use code JuPodRe, JuPodRe, at soesicclothing.co.
Alrighty, boys, on to announcements. Who wants to go first, or is it me again?
I'm going to Chicago!
Woohoo!
For those who just heard Discord cut out, I'm going to Chicago.
Very good. That's a work trip, right?
Work trip.
Good. I hope you enjoy that.
Nice.
Another reason why I'm isolating myself, because I don't want to be like 3 days from after my ticket's been purchased and my hotel's been booked, and then be like, oh, you can't go.
That would be a severe bummer.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my announcement. I'm going to go to Chicago for the first time. If you don't see me on an episode after the first week of December, it's because I died.
Oh, wow. There you go. Blien, do you have anything?
Just our conversation made me think of something that's kind of related to what we were talking about earlier, but not.
Okay.
There's an old commercial that I have 2 things to say. I don't remember the name of the thing. Oh, wait, I just got a Chia Pet. You guys remember Chia Pets?
Yeah.
Chia.
I hated those commercials. I did not understand why anybody would want them. And the commercials were everywhere.
Yeah.
But I never saw one in anybody's house. So
A Chia Pet?
yeah, Chia Pet.
My parents,
am-
my grandma liked them. But do you want to hear a story about a chia pet?
Maybe another
later.
time.
It's a quick one.
Yeah, chia pets, annoying commercials. But if you guys have any old movies or TV shows that fit into our topic today, I'd love to hear them. So that's a message.
Alrighty. So I need to amend something we said last week regarding Cobalt and him being our first repeat guest. That is incorrect.
Who is our repeat guest?
I'm going to let you guys think about it for about 4 seconds because the fascinating thing is, no, it's not you, Blien. You don't quite count.
I was a guest the first time.
You were a guest the first time, but you've never been a guest since. You've been a part of. But
was it Eureka Fresh?
No, Eureka Fresh was only on once. Both of these appearances were when we were not in even the state of Utah.
Oh, Proden.
It was Proden.
Damn it. Damn it.
So, sincerest
Proden.
apologies to Proden for getting that, and sincerest
I don't
apologies.
apologize.
That's fine. I do. To Proden for forgetting, to Cobalt for giving the false information, but a huge you're welcome to Admin Anonymous and DMAC for calling them out last week for the supposed reactions. I thought that was going to be a lot of fun.
That's funny. That's funny. We should talk. I haven't talked Proden in a while, so
Yeah.
there's that. Anyway,
Okay,
cool.
That's all I have, everybody.
I got nothing else.
I'm good.
Then I think that'll do it for this week's episode of JuPodRe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Thanks to everybody who joined us today on JuPodRe. We hope you had a great time, and we hope you join us next week. Don't forget to follow us on social media. On Twitter, we are at JuPodRe, at Juhadre, at Alvatross17, at Blien with 3 N's, and at Rated R LLC. We also have Instagram. Just look up any of our ats or at JuPodRe. Or hit us up on our Slink link. It's myslink.app/JuPodRe. Don't forget to vote for What the F. We hope to see you next week, my podlings.
How long should I keep this going?
You're not recording still.
Yeah, I actually am.
I don't believe you.
Why don't you believe me?
Because
There's a snake in the boot.